Hello everyone, and welcome back. Got a few things loaded on the trailer here. It's time to head back up to the farmhouse. All fueled up, 2 hours and 5 minutes till I'm there. It's 47 degrees right now. That's the first time I have seen the sun in 6 days. It feels really good. It's supposed to be like get a little bit of sun today, and then tomorrow some clouds and some sun, and the following day I think it's supposed to be sunny the whole entire day. These two windows that I brought up here, they were years ago when they had all of the houses that were rotting away because they were too tight, especially the stucco ones. For a couple years we did window replacement, just going in, and a crew would come in and tear the stucco off the house. We'd come in and put new windows in. Anyway, some of the windows were in fine shape, but insurance just paid for all new windows. And I used to have a whole bunch of these, and these are the last two that I have left. And these have been, most of the other ones just got thrown away because eventually they got broke or whatever, and moving from one house to another you lose some. Anyway, these two are going to go into the workshop. I just measured that back one. It's 57 inches wide and 55 inches tall. That would be about roughly my rough opening. The neighbors over there whose garage burned down this winter, I have never met them yet. It's almost about exactly 6 months since we bought the house. And now they've got a bobcat over there and a dumpster and a backhoe, and they're cleaning the stuff up from that garage where it burned. That sun feels so good on my face, but if you look over there to the right, that looks like a rain cloud, and they did say there might be some rain showers this afternoon. As far as those two windows go, as much as I'd like to put that bigger one on this wall because I'm just dying to get some more glass on that wall, it's too tall. This wall here, I want to have that workbench going all the way across it. And a wall like this, there's several times during the year where we put an addition on a house and we pull out the patio door, the sliding glass door I should say, and it just goes into the dumpster. Usually the frames on those on the bottom are pretty rotted out. Anyway, you can take those panes of glass though, turn them sideways and put them in as a fixed unit that doesn't open, and that's small enough to go above the workbench, and you can see out, and it doesn't go low enough so you have to stop the bench and then restart it. Another thing you can do with that is hinge them and put weather seal around it, and then have them open like an awning window if you wanted to, because most of the time you don't have the windows open in the shop. So anyway, I've got a few of those jobs already on my work schedule, so I'm going to be taking a look at those, and I probably will incorporate some of those into this side wall. So that leaves this window as the perfect place to put that other one. I don't want to put a bench all along this wall. I'm going to be opening up that wall with a door to go into a little staining or painting area because it's got the fan in there. And if I put a little bench in the corner or whatever, that's fine. But this one here, now that window was 57 inches wide. The opening on this one is 43. This barn is built with posts, steel beam, at least on that front, and I imagine it's done that way around the whole thing. I don't know if they have a post below each truss. The trusses are 8 feet apart. I just don't know. I haven't got to look up in there and see. I think it would be nice to go this way with the extra size of the window, but with that truss there, I don't know if this is steel beam or if this is a post. So I'll have to kind of reach in there and see what I've got, because that would make us go all the way over to here with the wood. And for the height, it's a 55-inch high window, so that's right here. To be legal, you've got to be 18 inches off the floor to your glass. So And we put it right up in here like a regular window. That would be a nice big chunk of glass looking out. It would let a lot of light in. The nice thing about this building, having the posts and the steel beams, I don't have to worry at all about structure at all. No, for bearing points and everything, I can, as long as I, don't hit the post, that's my main thing, is figuring where that is. I can just cut a hole and pop the window in. It has the metal on the inside of this wall. All the other walls in here are wood. I'm sure that there's wood behind this metal. And of course we've got the metal on the outside, so it's a little bit more work than if it was just wood on the inside and wood on the outside. But it's nothing I haven't done before. It's just you have to take the grinder and cut the hole and make it look pretty when it gets done. What are you doing, beauty? I have some junk here that I'll have to move out of the way. I'll probably tackle this project tomorrow. It's quite late in the afternoon right now. As far as the smaller window goes, I haven't measured it. It looks about probably 27 inches wide, 26 or 27, and probably 34 or 36 inches tall. And I think that's the window that I'm going to put into this back wall. It's not too big. You don't want to use up all of your wall space with glass, because you got to have a place to hang stuff and everything. And like I said, I want this to be open so that there is some ventilation to the back part. I imagine I'll put a window or so back there, maybe a door in the back that has glass. I have no idea. But anyway, to let some light in, you can open it up and get some cross ventilation out of this room. And it's not too big so that it's going to take up this whole entire wall. I brought the garden tiller up here. This is the one that Zachary came over last week and went through overnight one night and got it running real good. This tiller now is going to stay up here. I definitely need to get some tilling done and get some potatoes in the ground and onions. See if they'll grow. Now we have a rain shower coming through. Looks like it's just a spotty line coming through, hopefully. I think my tractor has sunk down a little farther since I parked it. It's actually raining and there's ice chunks in it, so anyway, it's after 7 o'clock. I think we'll just hold off and do some stuff tomorrow.
It's 5:30 in the morning. Looks like it's going to be a nice day.
Well, this morning it started out at 24 degrees. It's supposed to get up to 53 or 54 and then cloud up this afternoon and be some possible rain showers, maybe some thunder showers. Well, I can see up here the steel beam goes from here to there. I'm only guessing that when they built the building way back then, all of the steel beams came out pretty close to the same size. Well, that would be a post here. I can reach up on top and see, because these posts go all the way up, and then they must have welded the metal beams into them, so I don't know, I'm just Yep, that steel beam comes right, or that post is right here. I see on these steel beams they welded a metal plate to carry each one of these, so I'm going to have to cut those off, because you can see where I cut it. It happened to be, I didn't even check that, and it happens to be right at the bottom of the steel beam. So I'm going to go in and make some lunch right now. Everything's cutting pretty clean though, so hopefully this will all work out. I have some potatoes and some onions and some yellow squash in there cooking right now. I just added in a pound of ground beef. Add 1 package of shrimp. I think that's 12 ounces. Almost done. Lunchtime. Well, lunch is done, and then I had to do a bunch of phone call stuff, scheduling for work, and now it almost looks like there's rain coming. Definitely some color in those clouds, and that's the direction the storms come from. Anyway, we got a big overhang. We can keep cutting that hole. That window is in and all sealed up. I'll eventually go around it with white trim, probably like 4-inch, like an AZEK or something that's you don't have to paint or anything. But for right now, it's all sealed up and no wind can get in. In here, eventually I'll spray foam around it. And the only thing that was bad on this, and this is from sitting in that back lean-to, is this bottom extension jamb is broken and it looks like crap, but it doesn't matter. The extension jam's got to come off anyway, and shorter ones have to be put on so that I can trim the inside if I want to. For now, I'll just leave it, but eventually I'll yank that off and put something else on there. I still might frame the opening for this one yet today. Well, Melissa got home from work. Right now it's a little after 7 o'clock at night, but I want to get this framed in because this isn't going to take very long. It's raining out pretty good right now. Tomorrow it's supposed to be nice, and I would like to do some stuff in the yard and play around with the garden up here. So I just want to do this so I don't have to do it tomorrow. Well, I can't install the window yet until I get sheathing on this side, but I'm going to do a dry run here. Yep, that'll be really nice. I'll have to pull those extension jambs off because they're for a 2x6 wall and this is a 2x4, but I think that'll be pretty nice. Okay everyone, well it's about 8 o'clock at night right now. It's time to call it a day. I got a couple more things I want to do out here tomorrow morning or sometime tomorrow, and then I'm going to be done with the workshop for this weekend. I'll see you guys in the morning. They said a few passing showers for tonight. It has rained the whole entire time. The fog fog is starting to burn off here. The first thing I'm doing this morning is running up to the grocery store. We haven't had any beefsteaks on the grill for a few weeks now, so I'm going to pick up a couple of those so we'll have a nice lunch. When I woke up this morning about 5:30, it was 29 degrees outside, but it's already warmed up now to 44. And depending on what you're looking at, some places are saying upper 50s. One place said 65 today, so that would be super nice. Vegetables Melissa has cooking up in there are just about done. These are definitely about done. Yummy vegetables. Well, I can tell you right now, it's going to be tough here with this, all this sod that I tilled up. It's, the first year is always a real pain. And this one might be way too weedy to keep in front of without tilling it and tilling it and tilling it, but we're going to try it and see what happens. That soil is wet and cold. I have a half a row of white potatoes and a half a row of red potatoes planted here. There's no reason to do the onions yet. You would just have trouble. But I can still keep tilling the other part of the garden every time I come up here, and eventually that soil will break down. Well, I'm just picking stuff up here now. I wanted to do a couple of things in here, but I also want to get on the mower and mow kind of behind the house. There's a lot of grass there that I want to be mowing, just kind of do something fun. Somebody commented, I think it was on the last video, and said, how come, most people, they just do one project and that's it. Why do you got so many going? Like, something's wrong with that. And to be honest, you go to work every day and you work on one project. And it just gets boring. And for me, there's a lot of things I want to do, and if I have to stay doing one thing the whole time, it bores me. And there's many things that need to be done, so I kind of like to jump around. And today I was out in the workshop all day yesterday. What I wanted to do today was take and cut this out. This is going to be, I'm going to make it so I can put a door on here. And this is going to go into the room that's, I don't know, the one room that has the fan behind here, which will be going through right here. And I started putzing a little bit with this last night, but it was after 8 o'clock, and finally you have to just call it a day. Anyway, I want this to be a door. We've got that big fan right here that you've seen turn on before, so that really moves a lot of air. And then this wall will get framed all the way across, but I want a door here also. I want this to be able to be accessed from the back side or up here from the front. And then if I want to close this door and turn this fan just to get air moving through here, we can. Or we can do the same for the workshop. Shut this off. This will be, of course, all insulated, so this can be heated as part of that room. But anyway, that's a project that I want to get done here pretty soon, just so I've got this wall all the way across. Because like I was just talking with Melissa, she was out here just a few minutes ago. And with the workshop, I still have the workshop at the other place. And I am up here now a lot in the wintertime because I'm of course not down in Louisiana. I don't need this workshop all finished at all. All I need to do is have that wall sheeted, insulated, the door and window in, this taken care of, and I need to get some sort of a wood stove in here. Then next winter when I have nothing to do, I can come out here and play around and do stuff in the workshop, build the benches, everything. So maybe I'll get more done this summer, I don't know, but like Melissa said, there's a lot of projects that need to be done here, and I'm not going to spend my whole summer weekends. I mean, now next weekend is the tent. And once the tent starts, there's going to be a lot of tent weekends. So anyway, just kind of do what needs to be done. I had to get those potatoes in today, and I did. I wanted to till up another spot up higher, but I think I'm just going to try right there right now. I might till that part and try some beans and everything, but I've got a row of potatoes at the other garden, and just one thing at a time. There's a lot of brush that I want to clear. I still want to get a rotary mower. I'm not sure if we're going to do an actual brush hog, because actually the field is not bad. I mean, if you get a brush hog, once you roll the brush down, you're done. So we're also looking at maybe a finish mower, 6 or 7 foot finish mower that would pull behind the tractor. And so anyway, we're just looking at stuff like that. It's supposed to rain and snow tomorrow morning, so we have to keep in mind summertime is not here yet. it was a good idea, but the ground is still a little bit too soft. I started to lose it, so I just pulled out. I guess we'll just wait until it hardens up a little bit. Get that pushed out of here. That's going to be so nice. Everything here is going to look nice and open. You can see right there, that's just about 3 inches under the dirt, and it's still all hard frozen ground. It's frost. Well, I wasn't planning on doing the whole entire yard, but Melissa mentioned it, and then I thought, what the heck, might as well get it all done, because next weekend we're both up at the tent, so I'm not going to have any time to mow the grass here. I even got to mow on that left side of that garage right there. That was all tall weeds. That's about 8:40 right now. Last light is about 9 o'clock. There's one more thing I want to show you, hoping that somebody has an idea of what this could be. Well, I was kind of rummaging around back here. There's so much stuff that's hidden in this grass, which last year, you know, was alive and over waist deep. And now that it's all down, you can kind of walk through. In fact, when Zachary and Samantha were over here, Zach and I walked all around out here, and it's just, he needs to come back up here because we really had a lot of fun. And when he was here, this metal shaft sticks up and it has splines on it. And I'm just guessing, okay, they buried, I don't know, there's an axle of some sort that's buried here, which it very well could be. Except for yesterday when I was walking around out here, right next to it right here, there's two of these. It's like a 2-foot by 2-foot square. It's not completely square, but it has cement along the sides, and there's so much of this grass I can't really see if this cement slab goes farther than right here, because then right next to it there's another one right here. But then when I dig into it farther, there's like a foundation here. It ends right here. It ends again right over there. I don't know, does this cement stuff here, I mean, was it, the first thing that popped into my mind is, oh, this is an old sewer system. But this is, I don't know, it's 200-300 feet away from the house. So I doubt that, unless there was a different old farmhouse back here at one time. But the actual house was built in 1942, so I highly doubt it. So I'm not sure. And then this, with that spline right there, and of course I haven't dug around the rest of this area. And there's a mound system right there, a second sewer system on the property, which fed that trailer when it was, you know, livable. And that was put in the 90s. So they could have dug something out, I'm not sure. And then I also thought, okay, well, the old windmills that they used to have, did they have a spline or something like that when the windmill went around? I'd have no idea how they worked. And it's that close to the barn, so I'm just not sure. So if you guys have any ideas, let me know. I have to ask my dad because he's familiar with the old dairy barns like that one was. and maybe he'll have an idea. I'll have to ask him. I'll be seeing him up at the tent this next coming weekend. Well, thanks a lot for watching, everybody. I have to leave early tomorrow morning. It's Sunday tomorrow. I have to get the yard mowed at the hobby farmhouse for the first time this year, because I won't be there the following weekend. I will see you guys on the next video.